De musical Thriller, die doet al een tijdje de wereld rond. Wij gingen kijken naar de voorstelling in Basel en we hadden ook een gesprek met de producer van de musical, die trouwens ook een hele goede vriend was van Michael Jackson. Kijk even mee.
Ever since I saw Michael moonwalk for the first time on stage during the Motown the 25th anniversary performance, I thought, wow, what a performer. And you know, I got the Thriller album, it was a great album and stuff, and ever since that I became a big fan. He invited me to Los Angeles when he was recording the Dangerous album, and I went over there in March 1990. I was really kind of like a bit nervous, I didn't know what to expect meeting this big superstar. And I went into the studio, the recording studio where Michael was, and I heard him singing live. He sounded fantastic, sounded great. He came into the room where I was waiting, he shook my hand, he said thanks for the magazine and stuff. And I said thank you, you know, I'm a big fan of yours and everything. And he was really down to earth, he was a really nice, genuine person, big smile on his face. And at the end of the day he said, well, I'd like to come to Neverland for lunch. I thought, wow, yeah, I'd love to come to Neverland. I remember walking through the gates for the first time, and the big gates opened, and I saw this big lush green kind of like valley of you know, grass and hills, and there was classical music coming out of the flower beds, and I saw these two little chimpanzees running around, and there was the llamas and the giraffes and you know, the zoo and the fun fair, and I thought, wow, this isn't real. And I remember the security guard who was escorting me to the house. I said, no, this isn't real, this isn't reality. And he said, well, it's reality for Michael Jackson. This is what he wakes up to every single day. He was in this big kind of like 80-track studio which looked something like out of Star Trek. You know, lots of different controls and everything, but Michael knew all the buttons to press. He was just, you know, it was an honour to watch him work. I mean, he knew everything, every single part of the track. He wanted to get it right, talking to the musicians to make sure that the parts were right, not just these vocal parts, but the instruments, etc., etc. And he would do it again and again and again until he got it right. I wanted to create Thriller Live to just remind people of what a great showman he was, of how many great songs he had, and really just about his music. And I think when you come to see Thriller Live, you're just taken on a journey of 40 years of great hits, 40 years of great Michael Jackson songs, and it's not a story about it's not a show about his life story, it's just a celebration of his music. And I think people come out thinking, wow, I never knew, I remember now all of the great songs that Michael Jackson had. And I think that's why I wanted to remind people of. For me personally, it doesn't feel as though, I feel Michael is still with me, you know. I think his spirit very much lives on, definitely his music, and I, you know, remember his smile and everything, and it's every so often when I think I'm at home and I see him on TV and I think, God, you know, I knew this man so well and he's no longer with us. So all I can do is really pay my respect and, you know, trying to do the best work I can for Michael and for his fans and everything, and I'm just honoured that I got to know him the way I did.
Ja, Thriller, de musical. Binnenkort komen ze weer mee naar ons in Antwerpen. Zal hij te zien zijn in mei, dus het is nog even wachten, maar u ziet, het zal de moeite waard zijn.